Spurs, Thunder, Game 7. Squads set to battle with a spot in the finals on the line. The San Antonio Spurs versus the Oklahoma City Thunder in the series finale of the Western Conference Finals. A back-to-back Kia MVP, a unanimous Kia Defensive Player of the Year, a handful of All-NBA players, and 2026 NBA All-Stars. There are all-rookie selections, the 2023-24 Coach of the Year, the third-place finisher for this year's coaching award, former Rookies of the Year. The past, present, and future are converging in a vortex of playoff excitement and intensity with the defending champion Thunder and the rising Spurs. Who doesn't want to play in a Game 7, said Spurs guard Stephen Castle. Spurs rookie Dylan Harper said, definitely the biggest game of my life for sure. And the Thunder's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the 2025 NBA Finals MVP, offered biggest game of my career. Yup, it's the biggest game. It's the next game. And if I lose, my season's over. It's an elimination game and closeout game for both teams, and the winner faces the New York Knicks in the finals.
How the 2025-26 New York Knicks were built. When it came time to choose an architect for the New York Knicks, team owner James Dolan searched on a path barely traveled. So let's start there to examine the hows and the whys about the smart makeup of this team, which has captured the attention and affection of the Big Apple. In the past, the Knicks owner tabbed executives, former players, and even a Hall of Fame coach, Phil Jackson, to steer the Knicks. Those choices never received the intended results. This time, he went with a former power agent who, like Jackson, brought no front office experience to the position of general manager. But Leon Rose, who once repped LeBron James and Allen Iverson, among others, had the moxie for the job. He came as a sharp negotiator, knew the turf, had relationships with general managers, and as an agent, had obvious knowledge of players. As it turned out, Rose was the right person, exactly the type Dolan craved to build a championship contender. The Knicks stand 4 wins away from sipping champagne for the first time under the Dolan family ownership.
Instant classic Game 7 coming tonight? Spurs and Thunder meet for trip to NBA Finals? Win or go home. Everything to know for tonight's Western Conference Finals Game 7 between the Spurs and Thunder. Thunder's path from 8-0 to Game 7. How number 1 OKC moved within 1 win of a finals return. Spurs' mission. How San Antonio forged its own experience and forced the champs to Game 7. Been here before. Shai and OKC face first Game 7 since 2025 Finals clincher. Tone setter, thriving in big moments. Wemby leads Spurs into his first career Game 7. But first, it all comes down to this in the West. 48 minutes to decide this chapter in one of the NBA's hottest rivalries and set up an NBA Finals matchup with the Knicks. Spurs Thunder, Game 7, tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern on NBC/Peacock. Tap to watch. Injury report. OKC has listed both Jalen Williams, hamstring, and AJ Mitchell, calf, out for Game 7. Game 7 reads, The Athletic's Jared Weiss writes about Wemby setting the tone in Game 6. Tim Reynolds of the AP covers the difference in the two teams heading into Game 7. Anscape's Mark Spears profiles Mitch Johnson, who's earned the full trust of the Spurs org.
2026 NBA Playoffs, Western Conference Finals. Spurs, Thunder, ready for climactic Game 7. Tonight, Victor Wembanyama and the San Antonio Spurs take on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the Oklahoma City Thunder in Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals, 8 p.m. Eastern, NBC Peacock. The winner advances to play the New York Knicks in the 2026 NBA Finals. The loser goes home. Get hyped for one of the most meaningful games of the season. What we know for Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals. This is the 12th matchup of the season between these two budding rivals, including the Emirates NBA Cup semifinal, where the Spurs eliminated the Thunder in a winner-take-all knockouts round contest. The Spurs lead the overall series 7-4. The Thunder are 4-0 at home in Game 7s during the OKC era and 4-2 overall. The Spurs are 4-7 in these climactic contests. It's the first Game 7 featuring the teams with the 2 best records from the regular season since 1983.